Look at that. After that, Balgorn ban. Kind of expected.
Scorpion Navy.
This was like the
Vindicator.
exact
This
same
is
bans
quick.
as last time. It's like the
Vindicator's
exact
new,
same
is
ban.
it? Or did they ban it last time too?
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
It's the exact same ban, just in reverse.
Oh my gosh. Didn't know it was a race to do the same thing over again.
Yeah, it's legit the exact same ban. If I see Bargus there, then I know it's the exact same.
Did any team ban Gila last time? I forgot.
It was AP who banned Gila.
He did ban it, okay.
Yeah. So if Adapt bans Bargus and Integritas bans Gila, I'm just gonna giggle.
Worm wasn't picked or banned, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Interesting. Usually you see that out there if it's open.
I think like one team didn't have the points to do it, and the other team was saving up for their big ones at the end.
Yeah, fair point.
That big Geddon plus whatever the hell the last
Cerberus,
was.
so maybe a mini Bargist ban. I don't know.
Hey, it's different. I'll take it. Maybe he's expecting the old hack rush from
And Gila.
AP.
All right. I think that's
Gila
where
ban from
Gila
makes sense.
should be banned, right there.
Exactly. That's where Gila should always be banned. The alternative is you leave Gila open. You want the other team to take a Bargus. Wow. That's a very bold pick right off the bat. Now everyone knows what you're doing.
Yep, for sure.
I mean,
if you see Bargist, what are you going to Bargist? You know they want to kite then.
Geddon. Anywhere the Bargus can scram, the Geddon can nuke.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, Raven Golem could be a good idea. Just don't bother. Just sit
still.
I guess,
yeah, just sit in the middle and just shoot at it.
What?
Huh. Why not a Golem?
What? What world am I in?
You think this is a cut? Oh, I don't know, dude.
I don't get it. What's the Raven Navy get for a base Raven? Does it get an extra high slot? Please tell me it gets like utility high extra.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever done anything but kill ratting Raven Navies, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, welcome to AP's drafts. They're always a joy to watch.
How many missile guidance disruptors do you think is going to be total on the field here?
Yeah, if I didn't see an arbitrator next, I'm going to be sad.
All right, Stork. So Lynx. Okay, Lynx are good. Typhoon Fleet. Dude, the amount of missile spam. Can we see some firewall sitting in the middle, please?
Yeah. By the way, just a funny thing: the Raven Navy doesn't get a single utility high slot.
What?
It doesn't get a single one. It's eight turrets and 8 slots.
So it just gets more high slots. That's the better. What are the bonuses difference?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me double check.
Why don't you bring your golem? I don't understand. Whatever. We'll see.
I believe it's look at the bonus difference is max velocity instead of rate of fire. And then explosion radius instead of max velocity. So never mind. It's just explosion radius and rate of fire. This is a very I don't know what we've entered. Everyone's decided to bring all their missiles today.
All right, how many disruption ships are going to be banned here? Like real talk. I think all 4.
Sentinel, Arbitrator,
Crucifier, and yeah, who knows? But this is going to be 19 points versus 12 points. So a similar thing from Integritas. So they're used to having no points to work with at the end.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
Adapt is playing it.
I'm probably like grabbing a Griffin for myself. It may die quick, but you can really screw with those Ravens. They're all Caldari.
Vigil Fleet. Why would you ban Vigil Fleet if you're going to be the kiting team?
I get the feeling I'm not going to bother trying to kite because those Ravens aren't going to freaking move.
You think we see a Torp, Typhoon Fleet, and Bargist here?
Oh, actually, it could be a good call, to be fair. That has worked.
Why not, right? You can just stack some TPs and run in and kill a Raven. Like, whatever.
And the Raven Navy doesn't have utility high, so you can just focus the Raven down. He might maybe have some RR fitted. Actually, hold on. Integritas could go for a mower here.
Against Torp, Typhoon Fleet, and Bargist?
I mean, for 10 of them, they'll have trouble flying.
Yeah, I guess it's not going to kill the mower, but it will kill the Raven.
I'm assuming rapid heavy here, but maybe a mower for a RR. Put a cap transfer from the Raven.
Alright, there's a Crucifier, so 1 disruption ship out. We guessing Arbitrator or Sentinel or like Hookbill. I don't know. What is the most mids?
Oh yeah, that's true. Just aiming for mid, so Hookbill's got to go.
Yeah.
Follow up with a Heron, I guess.
I mean, is there? You could do a Blackbird and go all missile TDs in the mids.
Yeah, Integritas could throw a Blackbird. They have got the spare point, but Adapt does not, I don't think.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Taking their sweet time
ban
on
the worm
this.
for Integritas. Maybe Integritas bans the worm here.
Yeah, that would be a decent ban. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going Torp, Rapid Heavies, or Cruise here. I have no clue.
I think the Ravens going to go Rapid Heavies.
There's the worm. Good call. That was well done.
I was expecting Integritas to ban it, not Adapt. That's like backwards of what I was thinking was going to happen.
All right, let's see. Griffin. All right, so mini Blackbird. Can I claim half right?
They pick Blackbird, she'll be right for sure.
Oof. 19 points.
You could do it.
Yeah, and have like 4 left over for a frigate, a Merlin, or some shit.
Is it 4? Should be 7, isn't it?
What am I looking?
Blackbird's a T1 cruiser, yeah?
Blackbird is a is there a disruption cruiser?
T1 disruption cruiser, 12 points. So they'd have 7 points left.
Oh dang, yeah. So they could do.
They could do a Logi frigate if they wanted to be insane.
I mean, honestly, a Logi frigate has a free game here, right? It can't be killed, but I don't know if it puts out enough rep to keep anything alive to be meaningful.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like, at the moment, if they just pick, say, the Blackbird or something, and wait to see what Adapt does, Adapt doesn't bring a frigate killer. They just bring like application for their battleships. They could actually bring a T1 Logi frigate, and it would survive.
Yeah.
That's dependent on what Adapt does here. So if Integritas plays it with like a Blackbird, which obviously will survive, or Moa, which will be their Logi, and then just wait for Adapt and see what their 2 picks are, they can decide we either go Logi frigate or we go Disruption frigate.
That's a good point. I just need to do some quick math to figure out how much. It would be really cool to know, like, a disruption frigate, right? How much DPS does that take off the field versus a Logi frigate? How much rep does it put on the field and see which maths are actually better? I know that's probably impossible to do, but something like that would be kind of cool.
I mean, best way to look at it for sure is that the Disruption frigate will definitely take away more DPS than the Logi frigate will rep. But at the same time, if the Logi frigate stays in the match the entire fight, then how much is that now added up in total?
Yeah, fair.
The Disruption frigate's more like a short-term thing. You won't be able to keep it alive for long, especially in this situation where everything will shoot it.
Time's coming down for Integritas team here. Griffin Navy. So a quarter right for Blackbird?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they ban one, they pick the other one. Add those 2 together, you got a Blackbird.
All right. Not as cool as your worm call, but I want some points.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Hey, whoa. All right, so you see Griffin Navy. You banned the worm yourself, which is one of the better counters to it.
And he banned Vigil Fleet as well, so he kind of used it as application for his battleships.
I mean, do you just literally go Daredevil and run out that Griffin Navy and kill it? I mean, again, as we talked about, Frigs kind of have a free game here.
Well, the question I'm looking at right now is, what is Integritas saving for? They have 14 points. What are they going for, and can I counter that?
Tactical Destroyers, 13 points.
Yes. Alternatively, they could be going for an EAF or a cruiser. Just have a few spare points. They probably went for the Griffin Navy just for the ability to jam things.
Yeah. I mean, do you do Sentinel here and control? Does it just die?
They might commit to the jams and actually go for a Kitsune.
Oh, hardcore, huh? Stiletto.
They obviously banned one jamming ship. They've brought another. And they've got the points for a third. This could be a Kitsune, but I don't think so. Daredevil's going to delete it if it is.
Yeah, Daredevil's a pretty good ship here, I think, because they can run at the Griffin Navy, just flat out kill it, and any other frigate. Yeah, Daredevil pretty much kills anything. Moa. Okay, you win today's draft. Well done.
I get a cookie!
Oh, gold star.
Yes.
So, 15-minute timer started. Oh, man. I don't know if Moa can rep enough to keep a Raven alive. Like, just straight up.
If the Raven's got a self tank as well, then I think he can. It's not really going to be like a primary rep. I think it's going to be more like supplementary. And if they're using rapid heavies on the Bargus and the Typhoon, it will probably tank it just.
Yeah.
But if they're Torp, if they're Torp fit, that Raven is not going to have a good day.
I mean, how big brain is it to just go like 2 target painters on your Stiletto, have the Daredevil run at the Griffin Navy, and then go, even if you need to kill the Moa, that Daredevil will web down the Moa and it'll just get owned. The Griffin Navy has to come in close, right? It's not like a Griffin with a huge range. It's like 12 kilometers or under, question mark?
Yeah.
That you can jam.
Again, though, we're thinking about them using ECM. What about them just using the MIDs?
Yeah, we did talk about that slightly, huh? So Griffin Navy has cool 5 mids? I really don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so if they're committing to ECM, Griffin Navy...
Weirdly, if they're committing to ECM, the Griffin Navy is probably the worst pick possible for that role.
Yeah, so I don't think so. I think that's missile guidance disruption.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of it for sure with 5 mids there.
Again, that Daredevil, and they have no screen for it, right? So it's just how long can that Griffin Navy go ring around the rosy away from that Daredevil?
Alternatively, it might just be an AB fit and just orbit the Moa and hopefully it gets reps. It could be that Moa's less for keeping the battleships alive. It's more maybe for keeping the Griffin Navy and the Bifrost alive to keep Lynx and their application on grid.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's any way that Griffin Navy can be a counter to the Daredevil, and they just go do their own thing. But I don't see that happening.
There's no counter to it. Yeah. And the worst thing I think for Integritas, the way I see it, they don't have any small DPS. They have no drones because all the drones will be on the Moa. They have no small DPS except maybe the Bifrost with light missiles or something, but that's not going to really work.
Griffin Navy is going to be 3 Lynx and light missiles. I really don't think you can.
I don't think you can, but I mean maybe you can get 1 launcher and just fire a single missile every once in a while. Yeah, I feel like they've gone really heavy on this I don't even know what you call it, King Killer or something like that. I don't know. Just killing battleships and ignored everything else.
Yeah. I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it's going to be a Raven Navy issue in MOA versus, well, the entirety of the Adapt team, if we're being honest.
Well, here's actually a thought. Which Raven do you go for first? I'm pretty sure the Raven Navy puts out more, but the regular Raven might be the RR Raven.
Oh, no, we're assuming MOA RR, are we not?
Sorry, a wrong word. The regular Raven is the cap transfer one.
Yeah. I mean, assuming rapid heavy, right, you have to make sure you kill something in that first clip. I think I'm going for the Raven to ensure that I'm actually killing something. I mean, alternatively, you can run your Daredevil. No, the Daredevil has to kill... No, the Daredevil doesn't have to kill the Griffin Navy. The Daredevil can go set on the MOA with, like, a web. It does really good webby things. And then these rapid heavies are going to apply to that MOA. You could just clear that in your first clip.
Yeah, I can see it as being a possibility, but at the same time I'm looking at it and going, well, hold on. How much longevity does the Bargus and Typhoon fleet actually have? If they focus the Logi down without killing the DPS, are they going to be able to survive that reload?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really critical.
You might have been right at the start. You might have been right at the start and going Torps.
Just Torps and then Daredevil webs for application, plus maybe a Stiletto TP. The Vigil fleet issue will also have a TP. The Stork probably will also have a TP.
Especially with this, like the comp they're versing, there is no tackle. There is no tackle, there is no screen, there is no frigate killer. It's all battleship DPS. If they match that with more battleship DPS up close rather than being rapid heavy or cruise, they go for that torpedo setup and just YOLO in there.
You wonder if the Griffin Navy, right, if they go Torps on Adapt, Griffin Navy goes into actually ECM, right, 10 or 12 kilometers. Does he get enough off to offset the rapid heavy clips before that Daredevil kills him? Or does the MOA actually just keep him alive just to Daredevil? Because a torpedo is not going to hit a Griffin Navy. A Daredevil, yeah. But a MOA might be able to tank a Griffin Navy.
I think Navy ammo with 2 TPs plus a Daredevil web will actually hit the Griffin Navy.
Enough to break MOA reps? It's just, oof. This target calling up the start is going to be the game.
Tackle, he's not in MOA reps.
Yeah. Again, the target calling right at the start, I think, is going to be the game. That first clip on both sides, what the Ravens have to shoot. I was going to say the Ravens have to be able to clear that Daredevil to keep the Griffin alive, right? That's how that domino effect. But The Ravens can't kill a Daredevil. I'm sorry.
They have to go Barg. Typhon Fleet's going to be super tank. Barg is probably the squishiest. Even then, that's not exactly. If it tries to pull away, it will pull away. So it's. I guess actually, yeah. Never mind. Typhon Fleet, not Barg, because the Barg will just run away when it's getting hurt.
Yeah, it'll just screen anything off of it, right? That long scram range is actually a big tool.
Yeah, you can sit at 20k while firing torps. And the moment they start shooting it, you can start boating away again safely.
What? Again, this is
hard.
the exact same we did last time, right? We kind of had all our chips in on the adapt team, and then Integritas kind of put our foots in our mouths and showed us how to play it, even on hard mode.
Yeah, I think again, this is the Adapt's game to lose, but at the same time, Integritas can. Actually, no, sorry, this is Integritas have a set comp. They can't really change it. Adapt can change everything. They can go torp, they can go cruise, they can go rapid heavy, they can go fly killer. Have you ever seen a rapid light Barghest?
No, I've seen rapid heavies.
I've flown one in TQ, and it's amazing how much damage it gets, because technically the missiles are bonused.
What?
Yeah.
Fine. What if they do rapid lights in the Raven to be able to kill the Stiletto Daredevil Stork?
Ooh.
I don't think I think that's dumb.
Yeah, at least the Barghest gets a bonus to rapid lights. The Ravens don't. Oh man, you're going the deep end there. Calm down.
Well, I'm just trying to help them out. I mean, maybe they go forego links from the Bifrost, even though I don't think they should. But maybe they forego links, do a full LML or even rocket Bifrost to try to clear that Daredevil.
I mean,
Daredevil keeps the Griffin Navy alive. Griffin Navy jams one of the two DPS ships so that stuff lives on Integritas.
Well, the thing is, that the Bifrost doesn't need to do triple link. It can do a double link. All you need is the resist and probably the active shielding. It doesn't really need anything else. Just needs maximum tank, and they can use the rest of its fitting for other things, for other activities, we'll say.
This is adapts to lose, as you said. But again, I'm just repeating myself. This is the same position last time. I thought Integritas were already jumping off a cliff, and they won it. I'm in the same position. I think that this is Adapt's game, and this game's already over. And
it might be in the same situation again, where Adapt brings the wrong fits to their ships. If they go cruise, they lose. If they go rapid heavy, they maybe win. If they go torps, I feel like it's going to be a washout, and they'll win it immediately.
I'm trying to go through the cruise. Let's see what happens if they go cruise. I mean, do you think... Honestly, why don't this Barghest Typhoon fleet go cruise, sit back, and chip away at that MOA?
Because the MOA will just super tank it. It will have rep turns on the entire time.
Yeah, they can't do that. And they have no obvious reps of themselves, right? They're on a timer.
Their tank is limited, exactly. They have to rush. Or at least some way, remove DPS.
That MOA is not going to tank that well.
You
only have 2 flights of mediums between the Raven and Raven Navy. No one else has drones.
Yeah, you also get a cap transfer as well, so you can use a self rep if it needs to, depending on the fit.
No, where is it getting its cap transfer from?
We're talking if the Barghest type tier 5 was cruise fit, they would have trouble hitting the MOA in the first place.
The Tech 1 Raven has a utility high slot, but the Raven Navy doesn't.
Yeah, it's only one cap transfer.
MOA picks, I don't know, not that great here, I think.
I think it should have been Raven Golem, actually, instead of Raven Navy.
I can agree with that.
Why do you think they went with the Griffin Navy?
Well, I mean, most mids we're thinking there's a crap ton of mids, so it could not be ECM. But I think that Daredevil is actually a great pick from Adapt. It completely counters anything that Griffin Navy want to do, because if the Barghest and the Typhoon went torps to all in, well, the Griffin Navy then could have a free game sitting close and jamming and kind of ruining their day. But the Daredevil just completely counters that.
Actually, Amelia just gave me a question. If we're thinking the Griffin Navy is not going to be ECM, it's going to be application. Why didn't they bring a hook bill?
Same reason they smart bombed their own drones last match. Was that some shade? I can't even do a shade emote. Dang it.
Like, why bring the... I guess if they knew they were going for the mower, they can say, well, okay, we need 12 points for the mower, we have spare, we might as well get the Griffin Navy, but like, I don't see any benefit to doing that.
They did leave 2 points on the table. What could have they done over a Griffin Navy issue here?
Stealth bomber.
No, they only had
Daredevil.
7.
Oof.
Right?
Say what? Sorry.
They only had 7.
I'm just saying, on the bottom, if you look down, the total is 98 points. So they left 2 on the
they
table.
had 7 points. So they could have done like I think a T1
Is-
logistic frigate honestly would have been really strong.
Griffin Navy counts as a Navy faction, not as a destruction frigate? Wow, okay. I didn't know that. That changes a lot of my thinking now. Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to consult our rules expert over that after this match. I don't know which actually.
Hold on. I think I see. It's a Navy disruption frigate. It's 5 points.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So 7.
Oh.
T1 logistics frigate.
Yeah.
T1 disruption. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, that got me a little bit confused there for a moment. So yeah. Interesting.
And it's surprising because Integritas are the ones that ban out the 7 points T1 disruption frigates.
Yep.
So I think they had this Griffin Navy in mind when they went to these ban plans.
But that makes you wonder, like, why did they ban the Griffin if they're gonna just pick it essentially? Well, the Crucifier. The Crucifier would have been great for this. They would have got first pick on it.
I think Adapt just goes rapid heavies and kites this. And
I feel like if Adapt goes rapid heavy, it's going to be a loss for them because the Raven Navy will be hitting the entire time while getting repped from the mower until the mower dies.
Whereas but the mower's going to eat shit first.
Yeah, but the Adapt team has limited time to live. And that Raven Navy is a lot of DPS too.
You're forgetting this. All these mids on the red team.
That's true.
So
actually, I hadn't even considered that. You've got 4
and you only have 2 damage dealers on blue that you have to apply those mids to.
Definitely true. That's what we could see in the Bifrost. Resebos.
Yeah,
consider it.
You'd hope so. Yeah, maybe even on the Griffin Navy.
Oh, that could be true as well. Making the Griffin Navy just a self-healing instead of a aggressive war guy. We're considering
I'd like to see this Daredevil get in though. I'd like to see this Daredevil get in and tackle these frigates because I think they'll melt to rapid heavy missiles once you get the Daredevil webs on it.
Oh hell yeah! If the Daredevil gets the web on the Griffin Navy, it dies. Daredevil gets the web on the mower, and then the paints, and obviously the Stalk and maybe the Typhoon Fleet. That mower will be deleted in seconds too. We were thinking they might go Torps.
On which team?
Red team.
On red team, interesting.
Vargas Torps 20k scram range plus Daredevil removing their support. Because the Raven and Raven Navy are slow. They're thick, they're fat, they can't move. So they have to go cruise rapid heavy. They can't go Torps. So they're going to lose some DPS to a Torp comp.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here. I think that if you go Torps, you're going to have some problems hitting that MOA, I think.
Don't.
Even with, like, one target painter.
I'm thinking don't.
I think if you don't hit the MOA and you go for the Raven, you lose this.
I don't know. Like, the thing is, the amount of DPS you can put out of a Torp bug and a Torp Typhoon Fleet is quite considerable.
Yeah, you're probably around like
drones.
2,500-ish heated, but...
Yeah, and don't worry about rep drones either, because obviously they don't have any logic or anything to really save with the rep drones, so they can just go full DPS, and that's 5 heavies from the Typhoon Fleet.
I think you're going to trade evenly, though, with that strategy, a battleship for a battleship, and then the team with the MOA wins after that.
Maybe, I could definitely see that being an issue for sure. But I'm thinking like, Torp, Typhoon Fleet, and Vargas versus what will be either cruise or rapid heavy Ravens. I don't know, I feel like there's some advantage to being Torps, but you could definitely be right. Like, if they go for MOA, they might maybe kill it, but then there'll be, 2 battleships versus 2 battleships with a weakness against them, essentially.
Yeah, Torps is just really risky in my mind. Like,
yeah, I'm just feeling rapid
blue
heavy.
team's going to warp at 50 and probably be cruise fit almost certainly in my mind. And then you're going to have a Griffin Navy and a Bifrost who could potentially be screening the Torp battleships if they see them warping in at 0 and look at their guns. And then you're not applying damage to these battleships for a long time and probably gonna lose battleship by the time you get to him.
I don't see the Bifrost screening. And the Griffin Navy, I don't think it will be either. It might try it, but honestly, if it does, a Daredevil plus Stiletto holding it down with target paintings from a Stork and probably Typhoon Fleet. Even if the Torps struggle to hit, which they will struggle, but they will hit.
Torps will hit for like nothing on frigs with target painters.
It hits enough. After flying myself, they do hit enough. It won't be great damage, but he'll be outside of the range of his rep from his mower, so he will
for
just
sure.
die.
But the amount of time that you're wasting on that, I think, is a big L.
Yeah, that's only if he does do that.
Well, let's see. The Bargist and the Typhoon Fleet are on grid now.
I can't tell which one that is. I feel like that's Cruise.
God, pancake guns.
Yeah. I can never tell between Cruise and
I can't even see where the guns are.
They're on the flat, if that helps at all. I think that's torpedoes.
Oh, they're underneath, okay.
I believe that's torps.
It's easier to see on the Typhoon, dude.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I believe they went torps, so yes. I can't wait to see this. And it looks like the Raven is cruise fit. So you're going to have cruise Ravens versus torpedo battleships. I feel like this is the best for the torpedoes there. If it was rapid heavy, I'd be worried, but cruisers? DPS race, they should win that one. If they get on target, of course.
I'm not sure. I don't think they were going to one-clip anyways, so I think cruise actually does more damage than rapid heavies against battleships.
I don't know. Maybe not one clip, but two for sure, and they won't have a chance to reload their reps unless they're really good at it.
Yeah, but the only way that the rapid heavies do more damage is if you one-clip someone, versus something you can apply fully with cruise on. So it's interesting if we're going to see this Griffin Navy and this Bifrost have scrams or not. If they don't, I can definitely see the Torps just running away with this.
I think the thing as well is that Bargus can actually screen for itself while going in.
Yeah, but it's really hard to with only T2 points. You can still coast in if you're flying your frig well with your heating into them.
It also depends on the Stork, though. I'm thinking, what links does the Stork have for this job?
Yeah.
If they know they're rushing, they need to obviously avoid screen or hold tackle at range. Did they bring the skirmishing for that? Got it right the third time. I'm very curious. I like the idea of trying to rush with this setup.
I think it's very all-in. It can be punished, but we'll see.
Definitely. It could definitely be punished. That's the thing with an all-in. It either works or it doesn't. There is no in-between. There is no, like, oh, it kind of worked. I think, like, I kind of like the thinking of it. The idea is just not to play the Ravens game. They obviously want to play kitey boys and shoot at range and, use their mauler tank. So just don't play that game.
We'll see what the damage primary choice coming out of Integritas is here. Do you think you'd go for the Bargus or the Typhoon Fleet?
Oh, I said Typhoon Fleet because the Bargus can hold you at 20k. And if you start shooting the Bargus, he'll just turn around and start leaving.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's got longer range on your Torps too, right?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. And though they will still hit him, he can get out of the range of some of their application bonuses. Like, he can get away from perhaps a grappler if they've got that on him, slowing him down, or other shit. The point is that he can just do whatever he wants, whereas the Typhoon Fleet, once he's in there, he's in there. He's stuck. Looks like the Barg accidentally moved.
Oh, he get bumped?
No, I think he had one of them selected and accidentally started moving.
And then if you're on the adapt team, who are you going to prime here?
I would go Raven, to be honest. The Raven is the one giving the cap transfer to the mower. Obviously, the Raven Navy, I think, is more DPS and it's more terrifying to actually fight. But in the end, the Raven is the one keeping that mower alive. Then they could probably delete the mower if they felt like it, or delete the Raven Navy, depending on their choice. And there's the go. Cloud of light drones from the from the Raven fleet. Sorry. And wow, look at those frigates charging in. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we're not seeing any screening from this Griffin or this Bifrost, so this Bargus and Typhoon fleet are going to get in for free here. The Bargus are already taking heavy damage from these cruise missiles. You're seeing an active shield tank.
Ooh, shield torpedo Bargus. I'm liking the sound of that, but that is a ballsy move. That Daredevil is now going into armor.
It's just damage drones on this Daredevil for now, and we're seeing Raven Navy being primed.
I feel like the Bargus went a bit too hot into that though. He's exactly on 0 on the Raven Navy rather than being a little bit at range. I feel like that's a little bit too eager there. You're giving away your one real advantage in the Bargus. Is that a Recibo on the Griffin? No, that's ECM on the Griffin, I believe.
Yeah, he's jamming out this Bargus, and I really hope we're seeing Seabos, when we're not seeing Seabos on this Bargus.
I'm honestly surprised to see the Griffin Navy actually using ECM there.
So Griffin Navy is quite strong actually with ECM strength, but the problem is that the range. So if they're diving in like this, it works pretty well.
Oof, and yeah, I think he might actually... Has he jammed him? No, he has not jammed. The Bargus is still firing, but his tank is barely holding, and this Raven and Raven Navy is still alive. Are they splitting damage between Raven and Raven Navy here?
I think it's the jams that are coming out.
Oh, they're picking the Raven Navy. I don't know. That's a lot of DPS, but that's going to be a lot of tank too. Still leaving that core of the Moa and the Raven still going, which are the two things keeping their Logi wing going. Daredevil is still alive, but I don't think he's going to be there for long.
He's trying to clear out this Griffin Navy.
Do it, man. Nope. He's gone. The Griffin Navy is still alive. Bargus now into losing all of his armor, about to go into hull.
This Griffin Navy's going down now too.
Yeah, but I think if the Griffin Navy goes down, that is an absolute win for their team.
Yeah, if this Bargus dies, the Moa will keep the rest of them alive and they win this.
Oh, Raven Navy got low there for a moment, but he's now repping back up.
Bargus is trying to burn out of range, but they're crews, man. Where are you going?
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing he's got. He can try and pull range, but he's going the wrong direction. He's going towards the arena wall.
Oh, it's going to be close on this boundary here. 116. He's turning now, though.
Yeah, he's turned, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to last. I think he's trying to maybe last the next wave speed. Nope, he's gone. Oh, I feel like the Raven Navy may have been the worst of possible calls there, because that's I think the tankiest thing on grid. I think maybe the Typhoon can maybe get it, but he's out of range from it too, is he? Is he pulling away?
Oh, that's it. This is over.
Yeah, where is he going? Yeah, and now with the Bargus gone, that Moa's going to keep them all alive. I am saddened by that. I really thought the Torps were going to work there, but I guess they just picked the Raven Navy first.
Well, I think that's what you see Logi. You gotta ram the Logi. Trying to go through this Logi without jams is very hard to do.
That might be there. It's the reason why they actually got their ass kicked. That Griffin Navy, even if it didn't get a jam off, the Daredevil didn't put his DPS onto the Raven Navy or the Moa. He didn't remove drones. He was focusing on killing this one ship.
Yeah, I was really surprised that Adapt didn't try and jam out this Moa. You know, there's so many Caldari ships on the blue team here.
Yeah.
You easily could have fit a rack of blue jammers and really done work.
I did see a few newts being thrown onto it, but that didn't matter. The newts needed to go into like the Raven, which was actually cap transferring, and it wasn't going to do anything. I feel like bringing the newts there wasn't really worth it for them. Actually, I'm most surprised they didn't bring smart bombs. Like, there's so many drones out. There's rep drones on them. There's Logi drones. Sorry, there's DPS drones on the other team. There's so many. Just bring one smart bomb. Especially if you see, like, the trick about these Moa balls is they need the Logi drones to survive. They can't really run on their own. They need to have Logi drones plus their own rep. And they didn't have any.
But I mean, if you're DPSing the battleships, it doesn't really matter, right? You're only going to have maybe a set of medium bots on the battleships to rep them, besides the Moa.
What I mean is, like, the Bargus of the Typhoon should have had smart bombs to remove the Logi drones.
No, I understand it. I'm saying if you're not priming the Moa, though, how important is it to kill those bots, though?
I mean, kill some of them, get them off you, also, as well as killing DPS drones on yourself, considering your tank is limited.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I feel like better than putting the newt on a ship, which is obviously going to get cap transferred.
Alright, well, Integritas taking it 2-0 with a resounding strategy using these tanky T1 cruisers as RR ships. With the Mauler with an armor setup first, and now with the shield setup with the Moa.
It works when you don't smart bomb off your own friends. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for coming and watching this match, and we'll see you in the next matches, boys. Peace.
Thanks, guys.